Hi, everybody. It's Pat Love. I'm with eXp Realty. I'm here today with Blair Durnan. He's the executive director of Spectrum Skateboard Society. I'm super excited to hear about this. As probably most of you know, I am involved in the autism community a lot. So how are you today, Blair?
I'm great, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to share all about this society.
Oh, no
Um,
problem.
let's get right into it. So, okay, Blair, can you share with us about the Skateboard Society?
Sure. We're a North Vancouver-based not-for-profit society that teaches skateboard lessons and summer skateboard camps to kids with autism.
Okay.
We're actually brand new. We were born out of COVID. I was off work and staying home with my two kids, one who has autism, and we would just skateboard every day, and he really took to it. And so I decided to come up with this, and after some research, found that there wasn't much out there. There are a few societies that are doing stuff like this, but not on a consistent basis. So this is what I've tried to come up with.
Okay, so that takes us into why you started it. You already answered it, why you started the society. So, okay, Blair, is there anything else you do besides the executive directorship of Skateboard Society?
Well, I used to be a stonemason, actually. And then I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. I needed a career change. So I actually went back to school in my late 30s for therapeutic recreation. And that is where the society has really stemmed from, because what therapeutic rec is we use recreation and activity-based interventions to address the needs of individuals. So our intervention is skateboarding. And in our lessons, we use games and activities to help with social interaction and communication skills, as well as getting gnarly skateboarding.
Perfect. Well, that's great. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What motivates you to do what you're doing?
So really skateboarding and how much fun it is, and seeing how much fun it is at the skate park and how much fun kids are having. And with autism, team sports seems to be a difficult thing for a lot of these kids to get into. Kids with autism don't have, not all of them, but some of them don't have the social cues that a neurotypical kid would have. And that being like eye contact or following instructions on a certain team or working together as a team. And skateboarding is an individual sport, but it's within a huge community of like-minded people. And if you go to the skate park, there's so much respect that happens there. There's so much encouragement within each skateboarder that it's almost like a team sport, but it's fully individual. And you know what? Everyone deserves the chance to feel like they belong. And I think skateboarding really does that for people. And it actually gives kids the chance to be cool and to fit in.
That's really, that touches my heart that you say that, because I will, sure, I know this interview is about the Skateboard Society, but I would like to share that we have had lots of struggles with both of my boys being on the spectrum, the exclusion from life, partly their choice, because people on the spectrum, most of them have sensory issues, so they can't manage a lot of things. My oldest son participated in a soccer program, but he's definitely afraid of dogs. So he'd go with this mom who was really awesome, who worked in the community with people like him, and she was awesome. But he was beside himself because all these parents are going to these soccer games, and what do? They bring their dogs.
Yeah.
So that was the end of him. But the cool thing about people with autism is if they do take up a sport, they will be better than everybody else, because that's all they'll do day and night. That will be their thing.
That's right. And that's just like our son Jack, who there's a bit of hyper focus that happens, right? And even if he fails at a trick that he's trying, he will get right back up and try it and try it and try it until he gets it. And if he doesn't get it in a day, the next day we're back at the skate park, trying it again, trying it again. And it's amazing how much pain they'll go through skateboarding to get that one trick landed. And once they do, they're over the moon.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, my oldest, he's the video game king.
Oh
He
yeah.
and the next door neighbor, I ask him occasionally to come over and hang out with my son. Maybe not during COVID, but I'll
Right.
say, because he doesn't like being alone in the house if we need to go out. So I'll say, "Oh, can you
Mm.
come over?" And he says, I'll try to think of a polite way to say this. He says, "Okay, yeah, Pat, I'm up for having my ass kicked in video games, sure." But they've known each other since they were like 4 and 5, so they're good friends. And
Oh,
he
good.
just accepts my son for who he is, and vice versa. But yeah, they are. It's amazing, and to get the opportunity to be good at something and included, and as you say, cool, because they're never cool.
Totally right. And that's the thing, you said it, like your neighbor or your son's friend there who accepts them, that doesn't happen all the time. There's I hate to say it, but there's still a ton of bullying that happens.
Oh, I
And
know.
when people see that somebody's acting different, being it the way they stem or the way they rock back and forth, or you know what, how they talk even, or how they don't talk, it's nice to have somebody that accepts them. And I mean, in a skate park, there's all different range of people that are there, and nobody really cares how well you skateboard. They're just there to all have fun, and they accept everybody.
Well, that's good to know. So, how old is too old to take up skateboarding?
That's never too old.
Ah,
It's
I
never too
remember
old.
I remember skateboarding, and now I'm ancient. So I remember doing it with my friends, and we were trying it as a group of girls, and the skateboard hit a rock and it
Oh
stopped.
yeah.
And you do
Yeah,
not. I learned all about physics.
that's right. Yeah, if my hands could talk about how many injuries have been on them from those little pebbles stopping your wheel from going around.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
mean, you'd think they could fix it. I mean, come on.
That's
That's at least 45 years ago.
that's right. No, those
That's
little
when we
pebbles
need
don't
to
go
invent.
away.
No, no. Okay, so let me just check my notes as to what else I was going to say. What do you want the future of this society to look like?
Well, the future right now, I would just want to get as many kids out there skateboarding as I can. But my ultimate goal is to have our own indoor facility. As you know, we're both in North Vancouver. It rains a ton here. And I would love to have an indoor facility where lessons and camps could go all year round. Um, nothing huge, just a couple ramps and a couple other obstacles. And it's just a safe place for kids to come hang out with their new friends that they've made skateboarding. And also with that, I would love to attach a little sensory room onto that, because anxiety is a big part of autism. And to have a safe place to go and just chill out and calm your mind, and then come back and try skateboarding again, I just think would be a great thing to have.
That's a wonderful idea.
Mhm.
We'll figure that out. We'll talk after I stop recording. We'll try to figure out a way to make that kind of thing a reality.
For sure. And
Couple questions.
I also want to say, um, like people are more than welcome to always bring, like, if they have a behavior interventionist to come to the lesson or to come to the camp, if that would help. And I mean, I want to make it the most smoothest lesson as possible.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it only for people of a certain age group?
So we're offering ages 6 to 17. So there's a huge range there. I just find kids under 6, it's just more about, I mean, playing is a big part of what we're going to do in there anyway, but
Mhm.
it's just, I think over 6 would be ideal. It's a little bit more focused to happen there, a little bit more stability.
Yeah, able to handle the sensory issues a bit better that
That's right.
they
Yeah.
might be struggling with. Okay, so as you know, it's a North Vancouver website, so I always like to talk a bit about North Van.
Mhm.
Why did you choose to live in North Vancouver?
I chose to live in North Vancouver. So I'm originally from Ontario. So it's quite flat there. And I started snowboarding there. So I moved out here for the mountains. And so chose North Vancouver for the mountains. I also mountain bike. And the water is super close by as well. I'd love to go down to the ocean. And it's just a great community here. And the great community of skateboarders, and there's awesome skate parks here. Ambleside being one of the best ones. It's a brand new one. Well, it's not brand new, but it's one of the newest ones. And it's right on the beach. It's so much fun.
Hmm. Cool.
Mhm.
Okay, so you check all the boxes of what people say when I ask why they live here. So you said all the right things. It sounds like the perfect place for you. Um, how about places you like to patronize? We try to, especially during COVID, we're trying to help as many businesses get the word out. Is there any places you like to go, restaurants you like to get takeout from that you could share with us?
For sure. Well, our kids pretty much dominate where we eat from. So
Really? No kidding. The best chicken nuggets are McDonald's.
that's, that's right. But we love to get our meat and stuff like that from Two Rivers Meats. They're a great shop down down near the Auto Mall.
Mhm.
But takeout restaurants, I mean, the kids love Cactus Club. They can't get enough of their cheeseburgers. And now there's a great new skateboard shop that's just opened, the Sealand Skateboard Shop, which is down near Canadian Tire near the Sealand Skate Bowl. And
Oh,
they
okay.
are great. They're a great little shop. They've got lots of gear, which is right now during COVID, it's hard to find gear, but they have lots of it.
Mhm.
And the boardrooms are great, a great shop as well.
Okay, good. Okay. So, is there anything else you'd like to share today?
Yeah, if anybody's interested in finding out some information, drop me an email at info@spectrumskateboardsociety.ca or give me a phone call. My phone number is on the website, and we can be reached all the time. There's a ton of information on the website, and if you need any more, I'm happy to provide it.
Okay, great. All right. So everyone, I will post at the end of this video the website and the email you can go to. So thank you very much, Blair. I'm super excited that you're doing this. I'm beyond thrilled. You have no idea. I
That's
thank
great.
you.
Well,
Well,
thank
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 you.
you,
I
thank you.
mean, it make
Yeah,
it touches my heart. It really does. So
so
anyway,
do I.
before I go and start crying or something, I'm gonna I'm going to stop recording. So thank you.
All right, thank you.